What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple pressure plate to activate things. It's going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is basically create the blueprint for the pressure plate. So let's go into the content browser, right click and create a new blueprint class, and it will be an actor as it will just be placed in the world. This will be something as BP pressure plate, and let's open it up. So the first thing I'm going to do is basically create the two meshes. So it will be separated into two. We'll have the basically like the base and then the pressure plate itself that will like go down and up. So let's just go ahead and add a skeleton mesh, a static mesh, and this will be the base. And then what we're going to do is press Ctrl space to open up the content browser, and we're gonna go into the started content. You don't see, you can just import it over here. So add feature content pack and content. And basically, we are going to search in architecture and get this SM asset platform and just drag it over here. And then that will be our base. As you can see now, if I drag it, is a bit big, so we can make it a bit smaller. So let's just put this to be maybe 0.5 and 0.5, and that will make it a bit. Well, maybe that's too much. Maybe 0.8 and 0.8 will do the job, I think. And then we're going to do is duplicate this, and this will be the plate itself. I guess that's how we can call it. And basically this will be a bit smaller, so let's do like 0.7 naturally. And then this will be bigger, so maybe 2, something like that. And then what we're going to do is basically increase a bit. So that will be our pressure plate. We can even make it 0.6 and 0.6, I think, or 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 I think we'll do. Or 0.65. Yeah, it's 0.65. Doesn't really matter. You can play around with that. Let's create a new material to basically differentiate it. So I'll just right click, material, M, plate. I don't know if it's really called plate, that part, but you get me. Let's hold 3, left click, and just plug it into the base color. And it's gonna put that, for example, red or blue. It doesn't really matter. So kind of reddish, I think it's gonna be cool. We can just apply, close, and apply that over there. So plate, and then there it is, and plate. And now we can basically interact with it. So now it's in the world. I can press play. Of course, nothing happens when I go through it. As you can see, it has collision, but it doesn't do anything. So what we're going to do is go into default scene root and add a collider. And this will be a box collision, and we're going to call this the trigger. So when a character enters in this trigger, it will be like it's basically on top of the pressure plate. So let's bring it a bit up, and we can change the box extent so to make it a bit better. So let's do it like 55 and 55. I think that'll be good. And then here we can leave it at 30. Honestly, that will be good for us. So now basically we can go into the component begin overlap, and that will be when the player is standing on top. So what we're going to do here is basically lower this plate over here. So let's just go ahead and add a timeline, because we want to do a nice interpolation, nice transition. So a timeline will allow us to do that. So let's do plate pressure. I know it's a terrible name, but well, just improvising here with the names. So let's double click to open this, create a new float track, so we can make the transitions with a float. And then this will be like height, we could say. This will be like the output, let's say. So the length, how much it would take the transition to take place, let's do like 0.7. You can experiment with that later. Just add a keyframe, put times 0, value 0, and then right click, add another keyframe. Doesn't matter when you click it, because now we set 2.7, which is when the animation finishes, and the value of 1, so it'll be at the end. Great, so now we have the output in height, so we can just do a lerp with a float. Now let's hold Ctrl and mode it into alpha. So we'll transition from this height to this one. So what we're going to do is get our plate, remember, not the base, it will be our plate, and then set location, and it's going to be the relative location, because it's in the local space in this blueprint, not in the world. So now what we're going to do is right click, split it, and just plug in the Z. I'm going to leave the X and Y how it is right now, which is just 0. So I'm going to leave it at 0. Great, so let's find out the height. So right now it is at 5, so let's plug A to 5, because it will start at 5. And then I'm gonna lower this until what we like. So maybe, yeah, minus 5 will be good. So it will be from 5 to minus 5, and that will be great. So you will see that actually that will work. Now let's make sure that this is our player. So cast to third person character blueprint, or whatever character you're using, just to make sure that it's not, you know, detecting other things that we don't want. And now you see that when I press play, look precisely at the plate, it will lower. As you can see, it's a bit slow. You could maybe try to put this maybe 0.5 instead. You can play with that. Select the point and update the time to be 0.5. Remember that, and that'll be a bit better. Now let's make the going out. So let's select again our trigger, go down, and go into on component and overlap. So when we stop, you know, being on top, let's copy this and connect the other actor. Remember, and then what to do is basically connect this into the reverse. So just simply do the reverse. And you will see that now, when I press play, I got on top, it will go down, I'm gonna go out, it will go up again. So everything is working. Now what we can do is basically just make a, you know, sound or whatever you want. So I could just go here and so play sound, add location if you want. That doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna make it a 3D right now, but you get the idea. So gather location, and this can be whatever sound right now you want. It doesn't really matter, okay? So in both cases we can do and play a sound. This should be another sound, I don't know, this one. It doesn't really matter, you get the point. But basically now what we're going to do is do a boolean, which is active. Alright, and then we're going to turn is active on over here when we are basically on top. So after we play the sound here and before we set it up, is active will be true because it's coming when we are on top, and then is active on here will be false. Remember to disable it, back into the reverse, and now with that we will have the blueprint done. So I can go step on it, it will go down, and it will play a sound, go up, and there we go. And it will give us an variable that we can use to activate things with our blueprints and so on. I will leave it to you, you know, for your imagination to come over. So that's it, guys. If you found this so helpful, I would really appreciate you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of Unreal Engine 5 tutorials, so check them out. Remember that the private files will be available in my Patreon and YouTube members. And join my Discord server, follow me on my socials. And now, yes, with all that said, bye bye.